Hey YouTube, guess what? I'm back and thought I better reach out and start talking to you a little bit more. And so today I got another email, and this one's about location, believe it or not. Like, I've never touched this subject before. And so if you send them, I'm going to read them. So that's the bottom line to this. And maybe there'll be another guy or girl out there who hasn't heard that information for some strange reason. Maybe you just found us, and maybe, you know, you haven't caught up with the hundreds of videos that we have. Okay, regardless, I'm not going to kick it. Oh man, I shut the whole damn table. I'm not going to kick at anybody just because they didn't hear the information. Maybe they weren't exposed to the information, but I digress. Okay, this is again what I was talking about. They want to know about location. It says, struggling to find the right spot. Help me, in capital letters, believe it or not. Dear Chad, first of all, I want to thank you for all the hard work and all the videos. And before you ask, I have not seen a video where you talk about my question. That answers that. I'm working hard to open a smoke shop, but find the right location has been harder than I expected. I'm torn between a busy street with tons of foot traffic and a quieter area with great parking. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. I can tell you right now. I feel like I'm standing at a crossroads, and this decision could make or break my dream. God, oh my God! When you tell me that it's your dream to open a smoke shop, I think you're setting your bar so low. I swear. I really think people mean to say that they want a piece of the action and they want to start something that's their own. But man, I just really don't want to hear that a smoke shop is your dream. I just don't want to hear that, man. That's horrific. That's a nightmare, and you just don't know it yet, okay? If you've been through this, I have. I'd love to hear how you made your choice. Thanks in advance, and for all your advice, Sam K. Well, Sam, whether you're a male or a female, don't really matter to me. The answer is going to be the same. One time we had this location, and it was sitting on a busy, and I mean busy intersection. It teed out, or I'm sorry, crossed out, and it was very, very busy highway in Middletown, right in Louisville. And I mean busy. You could see my shop from the main drag, you know, whether either way, which way you came from. And we was at a busy stoplight. We were convinced this was going to be a fire location. You can probably see where this is going as we talk. So we get it, we open it up. We do everything to it, including cigars. Oh yeah, it's right down the street from Valhalla Golf Course. Come on, man. That's a PGA place. At least before that cop goofed up with that one golfer and got everybody all goofy with the PGA Tour. Now who the hell knows what's gonna happen there. But it was banging. That little location was a great place for that, right? The problem with it was we had not taken into account customer patterns. And while it was in a strip center, and it had people, you know, in those locations, you know, there was a hair place, there was a nail and a female salon, nail salon down the way. There was a sport clips right beside us. There was a bank. There was a lot of things down through there. And we just did not take into account that people would not go out of their way to stop and turn and then deviate, and it was hard to get into because there was no main entrance or exit off of that area. You had to come in, come around, break off, drive up, and then there's my location. And it was just hard to get to, man. And customers, they didn't want to do it. They would do it. I mean, you know, we had decent numbers there sometimes, and then other times for days on end, it wasn't worth talking about, man. So we had to just power through the lease and then get out, because that's all we could do, man. That's all we could do. It was a bad location, and other times, you know, I was on a really busy street and a lot of walk traffic. Problem was that during the winter, maybe there wasn't. And then maybe there was good walk traffic on, you know, certain areas of that road that we didn't understand as well as we should have. And that was another, you know. And then on the other hand, a more out of the way spot was busy as hell. I mean, busy. Our Barret Avenue location was a banging little area right off the main drag of the Bardstown Road, which was the hippie district and the walk district and the bar district. And I mean, it was another street or two over, and you had to be a destination spot, but it was a destination spot, and people were coming, and it became the de facto flagship of the whole thing. But it was kind of in and out of the way space. It really was. And it was not the biggest location. As a matter of fact, it was one of the smaller locations. And it was my best landlord, to tell you the truth. But that's not the point. That's a story for another day. That remind me someday, and I'll tell you how I got involved with the mob by accident. Ooh. Not on purpose like I may have done before. But anyway, so I mean, really, man, I would go and talk to my neighbors in the strip location. I would talk to them, talk to the manager, talk to the owners, see what they'll tell you, see if they would advise being in that location. Don't tell them what you're going to do, and don't make it out to be like you are their competition, because you're not. Maybe, hopefully, if there is another like business in that strip center, don't do it. Don't do it, man. Well, you're just going to be splitting the money, because there's already people coming there. So if they're doing $400 a day, you'll maybe get 200, they'll get 200, or they'll get 250, you'll get 150. It's not worth doing, man. You're going to be arguing about that. And if you're, you know, if there's a liquor store there and they're already selling disposable vapes, that could be a problem too, because, you know, when they go to get their drinky drink, they may as well get their disposable while they're there. And where are you going to be at? So I would talk to my neighbors, man. I would talk, you know, do you know this area? You know, and how are y'all doing? Blah, blah, blah. Those, you know, typical questions. And let them know that you may be wanting to open a business there, but you hadn't decided exactly what it's going to be, because that's the truth. You haven't decided. We're not lying. We're just not telling the whole facts. Okay. Then I would maybe talk to some people, you know, that's in support businesses like restaurants and, you know, bars and hairstylists, people that may also be in the area, maybe not necessarily in that strip center, but maybe across the street, man. Maybe you stop in and say, hey, are you all busy on the regular? I'm trying to open this business over here, but I'd like to know, what the traffic looks like through here. What days are you your busiest? And these become very pertinent questions. And again, you have to ask questions. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to knock on doors. You're going to have to talk to people you don't know, but that you need to know, especially if you want that business to be successful. So that's a few of my thoughts on it. And believe you me, I did most of that. Usually, maybe not before I opened, most of the time I used my own counsel because I didn't mind to post up outside and just watch the traffic. I didn't mind to do that. And, but the road traffic don't always tell the story. Are they going to be welcoming to your business? Are they going to be cool with your business? I don't know, bro. I don't know. And more importantly, neither do you. So until you do, I don't know. So let's figure that out and then we'll go from there. All right. So maybe, maybe you need a little coaching. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? If you do, man, chadwadetv.com, sign up there and maybe, pick a little bit of coaching up. You don't have to have something that's full time. Maybe you just need a one and done session and, let's talk that all the way through and, we'll come up with some ideas. All right. So that's what I got for right now. Hopefully that helps you guys a lot. I pray it does. And if not, I'll have more, coming up. And if you got questions, you can always comment down below, man, and ask those questions and I'll be glad to answer them. And I do answer every single one that is not some kind of assistant doing some shit, that you are hearing from me whenever you make a comment. I answer every single comment that comes through. Now, if you ask it a year later and I don't get a notification, I probably didn't. So other than that, if you ask it pretty quick, yeah, I do go back and check, up to 2 or 3 weeks. All right, y'all, that's what I got today. I hope that helped you guys out. If it did, comment down below, give us a thumbs up. Try to share this out with people and hopefully they'll get some value out of it also. All right, y'all, thanks. See you next time. Bye.